What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Wadau na wadau dads. My name is MC Noel, of course. Kijana mchache, kijana mpienga, mwenye mapose, the man from Kadonzweni. And welcome to the 60 Minutes pod. Na hapa tunasemaga we are good vibes and Yeshua. And we are so much happy to see you in 2025. Leo itakuwa tu yani, it's such an awesome time, just to have these conversations with you. And ladies and gentlemen, I can never do this alone without the help of these amazing, beautiful people.
Hello, good people. Happy New Year.
Weka psych bana. Hatuwezi anza 2025.
Ni aje wase, Happy New Year 2025. Jina langu ni Esther Mombe, MC Mombe, and I cannot wait to have this conversation because it's going to be fire.
Thank you. Born and raised.
Born and raised.
Cool kid lazima tumkatie ndio aongee.
Whatever born and raised has said. Sisi wengine tunasema it's good to see you. Manze 2025.
Ujue kutumia mic.
Hii mic inasema inataka behave.
Yeah.
So yeah. Happy New Year guys. It's good to see you. Welcome to the next episode.
To another
episode. The next episode.
Manze mwalimu wako wa English kama amesikia hiyo. She's not proud of you.
I am sorry. Makosa imefanyika. But good to see you guys. Good to see you again.
How you guys have been your festivities zimekuwa vipi? Were you in Nairobi?
No, nikifanya nini Nairobi?
Or where you come from a functional family? Anybody was in Nairobi? They come from a dysfunctional. What were functional families? Tell us more. Born and raised.
Tunaenda ushago ya kwanza ni macha, ushago ya pili ni mtoto wa ndee. We did have a good time. Machapati kwa wingi. Sahi ni fasting tukate carbs bana. Juu mazetu tulizirarua.
Yeah, fastings fast.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fastings we fast.
Fastings we fast.
Sawa.
So macha uagani kwa mzae?
Yeah, kwa mzae.
And then
granny kwa granny.
Mtito
wa ndee.
Nasikia anaitwa granny.
Acha nika.
Tunataka nimpite shosh, sawa shosh.
Anaitwa granny yule.
Mko namba leo.
Wake ni granny.
Granny.
Wako ni
nyanya.
Wewe wachana na shida za kidosi. Focus.
Rich people problem.
Stella ulikuaje?
Na mimi confiti.
How was the holidays?
Sisi safari ya kwenda nyumbani kuna traffic.
Enyewe.
By the way, watu
walikampale hivi Naivasha bana.
Barabara ilifungiwa Maimahiu alafu drivers were misbehaving. Sasa tungeenda wote.
What?
So
mlikuwa mnaenda in shifts.
Sasa sisi tumebaki tunawachungia mji.
So hukuenda Ocha?
Ocha Jaba.
Nice.
Tenda Ocha April.
Utaenda Ocha? Sasa inamekaje sasa? Unaenda Ocha Fool's Day.
Unajua Easter this iko April.
Yeah, si Easter zote huaga April.
Hapana, kuna ile inakuanga March.
Mse kwani guys, let's help Stella. Si Easter zote huaga April.
Hapana, kuna Easter nyingine inakuanga March.
Hakunaga Easter March. Hiyo ni ya mwaka gani?
Hiyo kuna mwaka Easter ilikuwa March.
Hapana. Hiyo nice kubaliani na wewe.
So si
tutagoogle.
We will google too.
Unajua nilisikia tunatumia kalenda inaitwa the Gregorian calendar.
Gregorian. Umekula research.
Nimekula ile research wewe.
Yeah, mimi pia nilienda Ocha, nilipiga lap kidogo. Ocha kwetu tu Nova.
No.
Awendi sana.
Nenda ushago na 200.
Unarauka 9:30 kufika kitambo.
Nenda ushago na 200 magaidi. Si ushago lazima ulipe 3500.
Ndio uende ushago.
Na ikiwa lazima ujiprepare psychologically, financially, mentally ndio uishie.
Na ikiwa rashawa, ikiwa hiyo kila mtu anaenda ushago bado bei inapanda.
Inapanda.
That's
poleni
crazy.
bana.
Yeah, mi nilikuwa tu hapo ushago, iliweza sana. I mean, I enjoyed my holidays. Guys, you have to clap for me on this. I knew how nimejua kuchinja mbuzi.
Oh wow.
Sasa inaweza
At
chinja.
30 years, wow.
Naweza chinja mbuzi. Nini ni wewe?
Anaweza chinja mbuzi.
Sasa inaweza chinja mbuzi yani. So it was my first time chinjing mbuzi with my brother. Shout out Mr. Duke if you're watching. He taught me how to chinja mbuzi.
That's
and,
good.
He showed me the ropes of wachinji.
Yeah.
It was such an awesome time in ushago.
So unasema tukituma Bama market nini uko.
Guys, by the way, we need to do a bash for 60 minutes. I got you. Hata hatutaita wase uko nje.
It's barbecue.
Utatusort.
I got you.
Fanye barbecue nini
for
nini.
the cool kid barbecue. Alafu nyie wengine nyama
Sherehe.
choma. Sasa but Mumbe, najua last time tulikuingililia sana.
Sana.
Leo acha tu tuku excuse because leo nataka kuingililia mse. First of all, can you guess what?
What?
Hype Stella alipewa ball.
Guys, I can explain.
Hype Stella alipewa ball. Hii ni ball yenye Hype Stella alipatiwa over the holiday. So aliambiwa hii ni stress relief. Akisikia kona stress
Anafinya. Na mnasema mimi ndio niko na tabia za ubabi.
Apparently
Nilipewa na cool kid my guy. Nilikuwa na cool kid.
I thought so.
Cool kid alimkalia sasa hii inaitwa stress ball. My cool kid friend gave me this. And just every
So
time
what
you're
is
feeling
stress
stressed,
ball?
sisi ukiwa stressed unapumua tu kama blow dry. Cool kid
So
akaniambia.
have you used it? Umeshikwa na stress?
Moranga. Unaona hizi mamax? Hizi ni max za Moranga hizi.
Zilikuwa stress ya Moranga.
Moranga tulifanya hivi sana. Kuanzia 8 in the arm.
Hiyo nikipatiwa haitanisaidia. Do you think it can vibe with you Mumbe? Hebu try.
Ona hizo you comment for people like her, you know? Hiyo ni stress ball. Sisi tumeharibu. Ona iko na max tayari na.
Wow.
It's not even
But
a
you're
muscle.
using a lot of strength squeeze.
Si sasa unaona. Sasa mimi nimekula
Hey,
gani?
inachokesha itamesha mkono zigwembe. Hebu chukua.
Sawa. Wacha tuingie straight to the podcast of today. And I'm excited. Leo tunaanza na neno la Bwana. And I want to charge you guys and our audience throughout the year. Unajua kila church inakuwa na word of the year.
Word of the year.
So sisi kama watu wa 60 minutes pod, we have to give people the word of the
year.
Sawa. By the what's the theme for your church this year?
Church yetu tunasema the nations. Psalms chapter 2 verse 8. I will give you the nations as an inheritance.
Come on now.
Yes.
Hiyo church gani?
Nairobi Chapel Ngong Road pale.
Nairobi. Hiyo ni ya Nairobi Chapel yote. Lakini sasa pia yenyu ni gani Esther?
Joy and gladness. The year of joy and
The
gladness.
year of joy and gladness.
Yeah.
Yetu ni arise, yetu ni a year of courage.
Hiyo ni kanisa gani?
Nairobi Chapel sio Kimau.
Oh.
Year of courage. So pastor wetu alituambia arise and be courageous. So this year you have to arise and be courageous.
So,
na akatupatia different ways of being courageous. Akatuambia be courageous to start a new thing this year. Number 2 akatuambia be courageous in your finances.
Ooh.
Sawa.
Demystify on that one.
Finances zitakuwa courageous. Mimi kukuwa courageous si shida. Finances zitakuwa courageous.
You know why he was saying be courageous in terms of your finances?
Yeah.
I found that very important because alikuwa anatushow niaje a lot of people are very hesitant to downgrade. Saa zingine God anataka ku work on your finances, but for God to work on your finances, you have to downgrade your life. Sawa. So umekuaga ukiishi beyond your means. Umekuwa ukiishi a 5-bedroom house, but God anakuambia I want you to work on your finances. Can you just go down to a 1-bedroom, which is a very hard conversation to have with Kenyans. Unajua kila mtu anataka ile story ya I live in a 5-bedroom house, I live in this place nini. So it's so hard to downgrade.
Okay.
Unajua, imagine coming from a 6-bedroom house to a 3-bedroom or a 1-bedroom house. Nobody wants to have that conversation. But it's a year of being courageous. If you want God to work around your finances, if you're listening to me and you've been struggling, na unajua tu unaishi beyond your means. Unajua tu wewe unafaa kuwa buru. Unaishi Kilimani. Rudi buru manze 5823. Sindio? It's that year for you. But again, it's a year of being courageous and starting new things.
Okay, that's
and
good.
I want to keep you guys accountable
Okay.
today. I didn't tell you this because I wanted to keep you accountable. Every time I will be throwing you back to this podcast. What is one new thing you want to do this year?
Hype Stella.
Tunaanza na wewe. Every time tunaanza na wewe.
Mshiangori wewe. Unataka kuanza nini hii mwaka?
Oh my god. Nishaanza kila kitu nataka kuanza, so maybe ni kukua tu consistent.
Tuambie, we want to keep you.
Nataka kuanza kukua consistent.
You want to be consistent with everything. Sasa
Yeah.
ile siku mtaiona Mumbea yuko kwa podcast, jua ameanza kukosa kukua consistent.
Yeah,
So
consistent na ministry, my relationship, work, what else, my MCing, this pod, name it, everything. Working on myself, working out.
you want to start working out.
I have been.
You've been working out?
Yeah.
For real?
Like once in 2 weeks or weekly.
That's not working out. Once in
Something is
Sindio
not
maana
working
nimesema this year naanza kukua consistent.
Once
The
in-
problem was being
Once in 2
consistent.
weeks you should not even go in for okay, watu workout wakiitwa mfai kuishia.
Sema pia una workout.
Yeah, Stella.
Mimi hapo kwa workout ni workout your salvation with fear and trembling.
Yeah.
I want
Come
to
on.
work out my salvation this year.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
want to be very consistent with Bible reading. Hii mwaka mimi hata nataka kufanya hype set outside the country, nipewe shughuli moja. Sijui itakamaje.
Amazing.
But mimi najua God.
Atacheza kama yeye.
God ni nani? God si Kamau.
Yeah.
This year, I want to be consistent in this podcast. I want to impact lives outside there. Nataka wasewa kuwe impacted. Najua. Nataka kuona young people waki get to understand their identity. Remember what we said, the most important events in your life is when you are born and when you discover why.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? We want people to discover their why
That's
through
true.
this podcast.
Sure.
And that will be my greatest joy.
Yeah.
Another thing that this year I want us to do a live recording.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Tunataka tuite hii mbogi yetu wakuja
Yeah,
watu watch
sure.
tukishuti
Yeah,
sindio?
yeah.
Wakuja wasikize ufala za Stella na mawaidha ya
Mawaidha.
Mumbe.
Two sides of the coin. Two sides of the...
Yeah, but I want to tell you one thing. This year, stay away from toxicity.
Yeah.
Can I get an amen?
But mmedandia answer yangu, but oh well.
Okay.
Tumedandia answer yako gani?
Amjesema what you want to start this year. Kila mtu sasa ameingia kwa consistency na mimi ndio nilikuwa kwa consistency.
Mi this year nataka kukuwa consistent na hii pod.
We have same answers.
Like, ni hiyo. You know, inakuanga umeandika ile points ni zile attack from neighboring communities, language barrier, lack of
Poor infrastructure.
points ni zile
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again guys, sisi wote, let's grow our relationship with God.
Yeah, sure.
Unajua stories za outer court, inner court.
Yeah.
Sasa nataka
Holy
tuingie
of
wapi?
holies.
Pale ndani.
Holy of holies.
Holy of
Yeah.
holies.
Sindio?
Yeah.
Hapo sawa.
Tusifungwe kamba.
Tusifungwe kamba huko tumeka huko sijui how many days hujatoka. But I want us to stay away from toxicity. Watu wote wa 60 minutes men and women.
Na kama wewe ndio mtoxic, stay away from yourself.
Stay away from yourself. By the way, do you know scripture is very clear about toxicity? I have some scriptures that I had to look for. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 33. Proverbs chapter 13 verse 20. Psalms 1:1. Psalms 1:1. Proverbs 6:27. 1 Corinthians 5:11. 1 Corinthians 10:13. They are just but a few. Sawa. Freddy, run them on the screen.
Hapa
Run
chini,
them. Hizo
hapa chini.
scriptures. Lazima,
Yeah.
wacha nisome moja. In fact, the scripture are full of teaching, instructions, as to live relationship with wicked or evil people. When you read all those scriptures, by there they are very clear about staying away from toxicity. So inasema, live relationship with wicked or evil people. To be separate from them. To shun
Hey, Shan.
outcasts
Shan.
and purge them from our midst.
Heavy words.
Yeah.
Heavy words.
Heavy words.
Tumeanza na shun,
Yeah.
tukakuja na outcasts.
Purge.
Purge them.
Yeah.
Yeah? So kama unajua umekuaga kwa toxic relationship ama kama unajua uko hapa tu na umekuwa
Na wewe ni mtoxic.
Ama
na wewe ni
toxic.
mtoxic, kama una tolerate toxicity,
Exactly.
it's your year of staying away from toxicity. Ama ni aje?
Yeah.
Kabisa, kabisa,
So
kabisa.
talking about toxicity, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the main story, there's something that has been trending and I want us to talk. There's a guy called YY Comedian. So title hapa nimeona watu wa SPM Buzz, watu wa Nairobi Gossip wameiandika mchezo wa town.
Mchezo ni wa town.
Mchezo ni wa wapi?
Wa town.
Mchezo ni wa town. So you all know YY Comedian, Freddie ran the picture of the suspect. So YY Comedian last year around November December he broke up with his long-term babe Maya Okoth. Together they
Babe
were
and baby mom.
baby mom. Oh, wacha tusimuite hivyo. Unajua niliambiwa by the way you should not call your baby mama. Unafaa kumuita mother of my kids.
And the mother of his child.
Mother of my child. So YY Comedian broke up with Maya Okoth. No sooner had he broken up with Maya Okoth than he went to another relationship with a chick. Anaitwa Noella.
Noella ama Noelo?
Anaitwa Noella. So they started a relationship with Noella. 2 weeks into the relationship, YY Comedian goes for an introduction. Ya kuintroduce the new babe to the parents. Apparently. So guys, before we get into the toxicity, now 1 month later, YY Comedian and Noella are no longer together. So allegedly, they have unfollowed each other on all social media platforms. So they are not in good terms. 1 month later, right? And they he introduced
The babe.
the babe a week,
Into
2 weeks into the relationship, right? In fact, you remember how we were introduced to the babe? It was an helicopter reveal. Right? It was all out. And ilikuwa ni ngori. So 1 month later, they are not together. And the comment sections, ladies and gentlemen. Kuna mtu hapa kwa comment section amesema mwaka. So Maya Okoth alisikia hiyo story ya breakup. Akaingia kwa Instagram yake, akapost, akaandika wadau. Mwaka huu unasemaje? Akapatia Wakenya platform. So kuna mtu alisema mwaka mpya inasema haraka haina baraka. So it's crazy when I'm talking about toxicity. So I wanted to ask you guys, how long do you think you should introduce someone to your parents baada ya kujuana na yeye?
Bado tunaanza na MC Mumbe.
MC Mumbe wewe ndio unaanzaga. Wewe ndio unasetigi the
Wewe ndio
pace.
una set the pace.
I'd say that depends. Depends with so many things. One, mko na miaka ngapi? 2, mko serious kiasi gani? Watu wako 40 years na watu wako 25 years. We are 25, you'll take your time kidogo kwa sababu I mean in a hurry going where you're still figuring out 2 or 3 things. Watu wako 40 years, hao ni watu they have done life. I believe they know what they want in a way. So watu even in 5 months time even introduce and by the 6th month wed that person and
Let's work
you know?
with YY's timeline.
To work on a normal human being time.
Let's work
No,
with
actually,
Local man.
I can't even say much about that because one, depends with the kind of relationship we have with your parents. Kuna wase wengine wawajitrust kwa kumake decisions, you know, wanataka kupeleka home ndo wase wa home wakujudge.
Sasa kwambie huyo sio wife material.
Exactly, no ukubali kwa sababu reasons best known by you.
So we all concur with the comment with the guy who commented on the comment section ya kwamba haraka haina nini?
Baraka, yeah.
Anaitwa Emmy Lane.
Aina baraka. Haraka ina baraka. But kuna wase wana relationship na wazai, they will take long before wakupeleke because wanaogopa, wanashanga watarespondaje. Kuna wengine wako relationship they are buddies with their parents. Unapata mtu leo, mom nilimpata acha nimlete umcheki, unisho what you feel. There is also that kind of a relationship. So really
So
I really don't have much to say.
So now if you bring your parent in the picture, so if you introduce your lover to your parent, mzazi akikosa kuweka tick hiyo iwezi.
Mimi according to me ni wapeleke macha kwa babangu na mamangu.
Alafu budako aseme now let's say you're current and then you take them to your parents and then your parents are like Nah. But you know the person. You
Yeah.
know their-
hawamjui venye unamjua.
hawajui venye unamjua. Do you think your parents' opinion will take will have the day? Will have the
depend
day?
with why they've said no. My parents are spiritual people, so probably they've been able to see something that I have not been able to see. But ikikuwa ni propaganda, sijui tribes, sijui nini, please abeg ni mimi naolewa.
Ati
Mumbe
hata-
usiniletee Mluya.
Usiniletee mtu anavaa viatu za black.
Please, hizo sasa ni mapropaganda zenye siwezi work nazo. But ikikuwa ni kukaa chini usikize reasons zao ni vitu legit, see at now I drop my man immediately. No, we try to see how we can work something around that. If it's not workable, well, you know.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Hype lady.
Yo. The ex I had hata hakuwa anajua kwetu ni wapi.
We.
Hakuwa anajua kwetu ni wapi.
Nairobi ama Ushago?
Of course.
Ex wake.
Mwenye ulichukua savings. Oh.
Yeah. Hakuwa anajua kwetu ni wapi because
Nairobi ama Ushago?
both.
Okay.
Because for me my family is a very special, they have a special place in my life. So ikifika place na kuintroduce kwa family yangu, you have to build trust.
Okay.
You have to first meet my sister. Shout out to my sister, by the way. You have to meet my sister first. Then you meet my brother, my small siblings first.
Play na feel ni kama round of 16.
Yeah.
Unatoka sijui.
Your younger brother.
You have to meet my sister and meet my brother first.
So your younger brother ana participate kuweka tick.
They have to participate.
Why?
How?
You know, in some very, si ati anaweka tick in some sort, but you have to be comfortable around them. Because if you're comfortable around my siblings, you'll have to utakuwa umekuwa comfortable around my parents.
Okay.
Can I flow? So after you've met my siblings first, now I introduce you to my mother.
DCI mwenyewe. FBI.
After you have met my mother sasa ndiye anakuanga yule huyu. My friends, kuna wale, there are some of my friends that have never even met my parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because watachoma.
Because my mother will just call you out like that. My mother will call me and niambie huyo sio rafiki mzuri.
Okay.
Sio ndio poa basi introduce mbio ndio
So,
si waste time na rafiki mbaya.
So usipo vibe na my siblings, hauta vibe na my parents. Usipo vibe na my mom, my dad is even worse for you. For me, my dad is my best. Ni badi yule.
Okay.
So like there's a hierarchy in how you meet my family. And also say if you can place and you're sitting in the same room with all of them.
Hapo sasa ndio ame go through the process. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
For me, I tend to agree and I beg to differ with some of the comments because I feel like sometimes people around us don't matter a lot in terms of relationship, okay? Because somebody can hate someone because of their own thoughts. Unajua mtu anaweza kuja aone tu walking style yako akuchukia.
Damu yangu ilimkata.
Mimi damu yangu zilikataa.
Damu
You know?
zilikataa.
If there's anybody listening to me at home, I want to advise you, first of all, before you involve everybody, just make sure you and them, you know each other ndani na nje. And I don't feel like you can know each other for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, so take your time, get to know
Yeah,
someone
that's
before
true.
you involve other people, because now it will matter.
Yeah.
Sasa ukiwa around people, you will have confidence even on how you are introducing someone, because you are fully assured maze undo msemi nataka mumjue.
Yeah.
Unajua, but if it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks and you're still ish about it, people normally see the non-verbal communication.
Yeah.
People, even your parents, most of the times when parents come in between the story, wanaonaga my daughter is not sure. Let me support my daughter, because they feel like you have not taken your time to know this person.
Yeah.
Anybody listening from me, listening to me,
To
kule
us.
nyumbani, hata sisi hapa kwenye seti, just get to know someone. Ndio ukifika pale unasema this is so and so, I have known, yani people will see the confidence. It's like you guys are MCs. When you go to MC na unasimama mbele ya wase, people buy from the confidence. Unajua wanasemaga you can lose people in the first 5 seconds. So as a public speaker, as a communicator, so 5 seconds of your first set ndo zina determine kama you will have these people. in the whole event. Okay? So ukifika ubluff pia mzayana anaonaga kwa macho yako. Hauko sure.
Sasa tukuulize swali sasa Noel. How long did it take for you to introduce your wife then girlfriend? Hiyo time alikuwa girlfriend mpoa wako.
600 years.
How long did it take for you to introduce her to you?
It took long.
It took long. It's 5. No. I introduced her to my family when we were going to do introductions.
Typical African man.
That was after like 6
but
years.
Me, I was introduced to their family when we were like a year or 2.
Oh, nice.
You know, she used to tag me along in all our events alone. Yeah. So events zote za familia hivyo ndo alianza kunileta karibu.
Kuja twende graduation.
Yeah.
Twende
So it's some things I can't say on the pod, but it's because where I come from and where she comes from.
Yeah.
You know, it depends whether you come from a neat family or somebody comes from this other family. Yeah. So inakwaga hivyo rahisi. Sasa, can I throw the spanner into the works? So Esther Mumbe, a month ago, I think it's like 3 weeks ago, when we were driving, Ali introduced story ya madem fulani. I went and took time and watched that story.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. I also did.
Oh, okay.
Man, I'm like Nairobi. What is happening?
Mchezo wa town.
Dem alijifanyia rorashio.
Dem alijilipia mahari ule.
Dem alijilipia mahari. Man, I'm like, why do we see red flags and we ignore them during the dating stage?
Maroon.
Yeah.
Or probably red is your favorite color. Yeah.
Guys, why do you ignore red flags?
Do I? Misiezi relate.
Ama nile story ya
I can change him.
I can change him.
Yeah, I guess it's that. No, but also, this lady, interesting kwambia, both of them are my friends.
Hello.
I would love to know the guy.
It's a phone call away. Nafai tu kumpigia tu hapa hivi tu sahi.
Tuoneshe picha.
Nitakushow. Like both of them are my friends, you know. And the lady was truly born again. Truly born again. Is still truly born again. So she really wanted someone who is also born again as well. Okay. So she met this guy who was into ministry. Okay. And the guy is my friend. Let me tell you, jamaa kishika mic. Ai.
Ni skodi ya reke. Yaka. Shaka.
Aimbe tu kidogo hivi.
Oh, he's a psalmist.
Yeah, mazewe, Holy Ghost fire.
Where?
You know, like literally, I have been in several places where he's the one who is ministering. The Spirit of God inakuaga, you know, very tangible in that place. Somehow God uses him because God is God. He's not a human being. You will not tell him how he'll want to use anyone. He will use you even with your weaknesses. You know. So I guess the lady fell for that. Okay, she says it. She says she really fell for that because that is what she wanted, a man who can worship, a man who is after God's own heart. And when we judge by the human perspective, hiyo ni kizungu. Tukijudge kama wanadamu.
Sasa wewe born and raised unatuambia tukucorrect kizungu.
Tutakupoteza.
Labda usaidiwe na
you know, unaweza sema juu anaimba nini, unaweza sema ai huyu ini tick, huyu anapenda God ini tick. Hata kama ako na my weaknesses, God will work on.
God
so that was the approach. That is how she ignored the red flags. God will work on him. I mean, look at him ministering. And also this guy had that thing of saying, let us pray about it. You know, I really don't want to touch a lot about that because these are my buddies. They will watch it when I post it to my status. Yeah, but ilikuwaga tu hiyo tu. But ilifika mali, listening to this lady, I was like, no. This thing, it's beyond. It's spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ilika spiritual sana because, okay, kuna cheating na kuna cheating. Hiyo ilikuwa cheating, ingine ni intense.
Mimi mali watu wanajifanyia rorasho. Hapo ndo.
So you draw the line.
Hapo ndo nilishukia matatu, mkaniacha hapo nyuma.
Dereva shukisha.
Hiyo pesa nimekopesha mtu. Unajua ile ya kuna do fulani.
Yeah.
Kuna do nangoja.
Kuna deal nangoja Ivani.
Man, that was crazy.
That was really crazy.
But are red flags visible?
Very.
Ai wewe. Si ndio maana ni red. Uwezi hata red. Unadhani shati yako venye niliona hapa ndio niliona kitu kwanza, you know. Very visible.
Fika msee anakuambia mimi sipendi msee spiritual, mimi hata beshte yako wewe msee beshte yetu lakini anaombanga sana. That's a red flag. Hata tu kwa mabeshte pia.
Huyo msee anakuaga na weaknesses za madem but ushimpata akipray.
Yeah. Yo, so weaknesses. So those are red flags. But do you think red flags are invisible while someone is in love?
Yeah, they are.
No, they are not.
Okay, they are not, but it's like
They are and they are not.
They are and they are not.
Support your answer. 20 marks. man.
To discuss.
Yeah, Stella, discuss.
Wacha hata nikae vizuri. Wapi hii kamera? Kamera iko wapi?
Mike.
Umeacha mic sasa.
Ninatafuta
Tafuta kamera
kamera.
kwanza ndio tujue hii microphone
Hii
shape position
imekukwaza
aje.
hii. Hii story.
So, for me they are very visible. Ni ile una choose to kuignore. Unaona? Like unajua umse ni mwizi.
Umetumia mbaya.
Acha tuiweke vibaya hivyo. Umse ni mwizi. Bana wewe unasema juu ananipenda ata change juu ananipenda. Hiyo ni red
Ataiba roho
flag.
yangu.
Ataiba roho yangu and then atuli.
Yeah.
Hiyo ni red flag wewe mwenyewe umeamua unaimezea. Kuna ingine ya umse hapendi church. Bana anakuambia I left church not God. Unajua hawa sasa? Unajua hiyo mbogi?
Yeah.
I left church not God.
Not God.
That right there is a red flag.
Yeah,
because
true.
ukitoka church hapo ndio devil uingilia.
Mbaya.
Unatoka kwa space ya community of believers unaanza kwenda kwa space ya ati mi ulewa lakini mi uenda church. Mi usoma Bible.
Mi upray.
Mi upray. Mi siendangi church lakini relationship yangu na God
Iko tight.
that's a red flag.
Yeah.
That's a red flag. Ni ile tu umeamua na umechoose that utaimezea. So yeah.
Okay. What do you say?
Stella amesema yote. Yeah, tunaonanga and tuna ignore in the name of I don't know what. Sijui trust in the process ingine inakuwaga tu hakuna process hapo, you know, ama change. We have that thing of you think you can change someone or because someone loves you they will change.
It's only God who changes.
Exactly. It's only or you start praying for them to change. You know, you can pray for them to change as a buddy, as a friend, but not you now being in the relationship just because now you're there, you want them to change. Because now you're in the relationship, you want them to become better people because now you're dating. Hiyo kidogo ni jaba. Maybe it has worked for some people, but 99.9% of the time does not work.
But also, in as much as unaombea mse a change, there's also the aspect of do they want that change
Exactly. When it comes from within, it's better.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Unaweza kunaombea mse lakini hero yake iko stuck na mi hii teisi achi.
Yeah.
So story ya kuchange mse it's ni jaba.
Ni jaba.
So you believe you can't change someone.
You can change some things. I believe you can change some things.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they have to come from a place of willingness.
Yeah, willingness.
To change.
But okay, tuseme, let me think of an example. Tuseme
Acha nikupe example ya
Hebu nipe
mimi na brother
example.
yangu. Kuna example. Kuna tabia brother yangu sijui alikuwa ameipika wapi. Inaitwa tabia ya anatoa socks na viatu anatuachia pale.
Yeah.
Sijui.
Hiyo tabia ni njema. Hiyo ni tabia ya wanaume.
Wanaume wengi sana.
Hiyo alichange.
Nini unaulizia brother yako bana?
Hiyo tuliletana akachange. That's my brother.
Si ni socks. Kwani socks imefanya nini?
Unaachia
Ama
nani?
ni aje wiki? Socks.
Hiyo unaweza change.
me, I
You
think
unaweza
yeah,
change. Also something else. I mean think about it. Tuseme mimi nikijam, okay? Napenda kushout. Siwezi have a conversation nikuwa nimejam. Lazima tu ni scream, okay? Then I meet this person mwenye by the way apendi kuscreamiwa.
Ukiscream sasa hapo.
Unaona, apendi kuscreamiwa. Anikalisha chini ile siku atujajamishana. Anaambia listen, by the way ukijam ukiscream it really gets to my nerves. Ukijam si utoke tu nje upige malap alafu urudi ukume calm down then we talk about it. Okay? Mimi if I'm mature enough, I'll have to change because my man does not consider that, you know. So that will make me change. And next time that we are mad, probably because I'm still working on myself, naeza shout kidogo alafu nikumbuke. But next time after like 2 years nisha learn, nisha change. Natokaga nje, narudi nikuwa nime calm down, then tunaongea kama watu wazima.
Alright.
Exactly. So kuna those two aspects where someone can change.
So you guys
can change someone that is.
So you guys are trying to say that red flags are always visible. We choose to ignore.
Yeah, we choose to ignore.
Yeah. hiyo imenibamba. Wikiandika hii topic ikuwe red flags. Ikuwe red flags. But talking about I love the way Hype Stella ameleta hiyo story ya brother yake na socks. Nini. I feel like kuna behaviors zingine tu like naturally ziko na wanaume, zingine naturally ziko na madem. Like me I don't know of a guy who doesn't stories are socks. By the if you don't nieke hapo tu weka tu down on the comment section because a lot of people actually argue because of men we are all over. Yeah, unajua in fact ukiwa single unaweza patana na thamos kwa choo. Yani vitu tu unaweza patana tu na vitu everywhere. You know, those are men.